Hello everyone. On today's episode of Finds and Firearms, we have ourselves a Type 38 Arisaka. Little brief information about the Type 38 Arisaka is that over 3.4 million were produced between 1906 and 1944. Now this Arisaka in particular was made in about the 1930s. We can see that with the stampings here, if my camera will focus. This is the Kokura Arsenal stamping here, from what I've gathered on the internet. And my mum, unfortunately, is scratched, so not a fully intact mum, unfortunately. An interesting fact about the Type 38 Arisakas is that after World War II, some countries used them post-war, such as China, Thailand, and Cambodia. The original developer of the Arisaka Type 38 was Colonel, bear with me here, Narakira Arisaka, with improvements made by Captain Kijiro Nambu. Now, I probably butchered those names, but that's okay. The Type 38 Arisaka shot a 6.5 by 50 cartridge. I have one right here. Very hard bullet to find, by the way, but for some reason the camera won't focus. There we go. And yeah, so very long bullet here, almost longer than the cartridge itself. Now the rifle itself is about 50 inches in length and has a 3-inch barrel with a 5-round internal magazine. An interesting note about this rifle is that it had great penetration. However, it didn't have as much stopping power, being that the bullet was just so long in itself. Of course, we all know about the Type 99 Arisaka, which is what most people consider the Arisaka. But that shot a 7.7 cartridge, and that was a lot more powerful that they found and did a lot more damage. Type 38s in the early era were all produced with the dust cover. Soldiers started realizing that the dust covers made too much noise, so they just discarded them. And then eventually, they stopped producing Type 38s with dust covers. All of the Type 38s were stamped with the mums. They were the Emperor's Mark. These rifles had 3 major factories build these. We had the Tokyo Arsenal, which was about 1905 to 1920s. The Kokura Arsenal, which is this one right here, which is in the 30s to the 40s. And then you had the Nagoya, who made a lot of late model Type 38s. The safety mechanism works as most bolts do. Just push in and turn it, and it will not fire. And take it out, simply push it in and turn it again. So, pretty simple stuff. Now, a really neat feature about these rifles here is that there is a button you can press to release the internal mag. And it's right here at the trigger guard. You push it in like so, and out pops your internal mag. So, really cool feature. Definitely much better. And to get it in, you just pop it right back in. So, pretty cool. But that's a lot easier taking the mag wheel out compared to the Kar 98. Alright guys, now I have to show you this very unfortunate banged up bayonet here. I mean, look at it guys. Now I don't know what this thing went through, but it went through something. I was told, however, that some guy tried to fix this bend in it and ended up cracking it and made everything worse. These bayonets were early model. They're called Type 30 bayonets. They were equipped with the Quillian, or J hook here. And an interesting fact about this bayonet is I don't know any information on it, when it was made or anything. The only engraving or stamping we have is this one right here. And I do not know what it means. There's nothing on the internet about it. I mean, this could have been done by a soldier or anything, I don't know. But there's no, usually there'd be markings here, here, either here or here, but there's no markings anywhere to be found. Granted, they probably could have just rubbed off, but I don't know, you would think they'd be around here somewhere. Now this bayonet goes on like any other bayonet. Just goes through the fitting of the bottom here, and then over top of the barrel, and just like that, we're clamped on. And now we have a really long rifle, very comparable to the Mosin Nagant. I did want to mention that the sights go up to what I presume to be 2,400 meters, and they flip up like this as well. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you what this looks like when somebody's holding it. Full length bayonet on and everything. I'm not going to shoot it today because, you know, it's pretty expensive to shoot. I don't have that YouTube money to afford to shoot this thing a lot, but I do have video footage of me shooting it and my buddy, so you guys will get to see that. But first, let's see what this looks like. So, I'm about 6 foot, and this is what it looks like compared to me. About right here at my chin. So, you know, the Japanese were on the smaller side, so it makes me wonder if I can find any pictures online of them holding it beside them full length. Anyway guys, this would be the end of my video. If you're seeing this to the end, you've already seen us shooting it, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around and watching it. And I just wanted to show you guys, you know, a little bit about a little history about the Type 38. So, if you guys will, please like, comment, subscribe even if you're not subscribed, and we'll catch you.